Crockett has, as we do our weekly Jasmine Crockett is Stupid segment, she has some thoughts on Trump's deportations, and so this is actually really insightful because it's all about imagining the shoe on the other foot.
As far as I'm concerned, you randomly kidnapping folk and you throwing them out of the country against their civil rights, against their constitutional rights, and frankly, how would they feel if some other country decided that they were going to just start throwing people randomly in our country? Like that is absolutely insane.
Can you imagine what it would be like if some other country started sending people to our country? That's an incredibly insightful point by Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett is one of the great geniuses of our time. She has masterfully put this whole immigration problem into perspective. She's really changed the way that I look at it, changed my life really, because now I have so much compassion for those other countries that have foreigners invading. I'm so glad that we don't. All right.
Peace and blessings, beautiful souls, magnificent beings. Allow us to jump right into this video and allow me to break down one thing that I would like to preface my commentary with. I would much rather be in alignment with Jasmine Crockett than to be in alignment with Matt Walsh. However, there's no way that I could ever be in alignment with an individual who is delusional. And Jasmine Crockett is delusional, and she is also a detriment to her own community, her own district. She, just like Maxine Waters, just like most of these Black liberal politicians, are out here fighting for your replacement. And I'm talking about Black people. Because those individuals who are here legally, those who do want to work, and I have empathy and compassion for the fact that those who come across the border who really want to work, I know why they're doing it, etc., but you came across it legally. So the laws apply. When I broke the law, I did time. You break the law, whatever it is, the consequence that it comes with breaking the law, which is to deport you, then you have to deal with that. So, notwithstanding that, they're actually fighting. I'm talking about these Black liberal politicians are actually fighting for your replacement. When I'm talking to Black people, especially Black people in the inner city, in the lower economic scale in the society, you, to a degree, have become or developed a mindset of entitlement, meaning you will not do certain jobs. And those illegal immigrants who cross the border, who are not gangbangers, who are not criminals, they will indeed do those jobs and do them well. So when the Black liberal politicians are fighting to keep illegal immigrants in the country, it's actually going to be a detriment to you. And you continue to vote for these individuals. And you don't call these individuals out for actually fighting for your replacement and actually fighting for illegal individuals who cross the border illegally and who are in the country illegally. And because a bigger picture is at play here, they are literally trying to stack the debt and have these individuals be able to vote so that the Democrats can become a dominant party in politics. And this is why Biden and, well, he didn't really let him in because he didn't know where he was at. Those who was running this government, which is illegal because he wasn't competent to be able to do so, allowed these borders to be open. And this was strategic in the sense that they want to stack the debt in their favor so that they win elections by allowing illegals in. So white people do have a issue or do have a point when it comes to the replacement theory. And Blacks at the bottom, you are going to be ass out because you are going to remain at the bottom, and those individuals who they are trying to bring in to replace the majority of whites are also going to replace you. This is just a factual situation that is occurring in what they're trying to promote. But at the end of the day, again, Matt Walsh, he is a race hustler from the white side, meaning that everything that goes on in America is a consequence of something that Black people are doing wrong. He pushes that narrative a lot. And I agree with him on certain things. I saw his movie, Am I Racist? And I actually liked the movie because of how he framed it and what he had exposed. But he also has another side to him, which I see as being a race hustler. But Jasmine Crockett, not only is she a race hustler, but she's not the most articulate and intelligent tool in the toolbox, because she's presenting herself as a ratchet ghetto individual, even though she had all her schooling as a private student. Then she says some of the most ridiculous things in her commentary, that they're kidnapping people and they just doing this, they doing that. No, we voted for them to deport the illegals out of this country, and especially the gang banging criminals that are illegally in the country. But yet you are fighting for that. And this is my issue with these black liberal politicians. They're not fighting for you, black people. Your condition has remained pretty much the same and has gotten worse as far as your attitude, your behavior, the degeneracy that is going on within the community, the mindset that embraces foul, vulgar, and violence. This is not something that is gotten better. It actually has gotten worse. And these individuals still represent you. Now let's jump into this next video. The next video we're jumping into is we're going to look at how the Latinos are wanting black people to join in and fight ICE. Why would you join in and fight for something that is going to work against you in the long run? Meaning you fighting for your replacement. And to be honest with you, many Hispanics, Latinos, they don't actually like black people. You know what I mean? This is a fact. And then a lot of black people don't like them. So when we act like this identity politics, like this is the way to go about doing things just because you are being deported, those of you who are legally here, which we voted for, why would we stand up for you? Especially those of us who voted for this. You understand what I'm saying? And again, with empathy, I understand why people are coming in, those who are coming in who are not criminals, who are not gangbangers. But at the end of the day, you can't have a country without the rule of law. And many of these individuals are gangbangers and are criminals and are disrespectful to America, waving the flags of Mexico or any foreign nation in America, and you are not willing to go back to that foreign nation. Make that make sense. Let's jump into this video and we'll break down why these individuals are wrong, those who are claiming that black people should stand with them. And we'll see more commentary from black people telling them why we're not standing with you. So allow us to jump in.
This is why this country is in the position that it is today. The color of my skin should not matter. Whether I'm brown, black, purple. This is a humanitarian issue. We are in this position because
the color of your skin is not why you've been deported. The color of your skin has nothing to do with you crossing the border illegally. You're being deported because you crossed the border illegally. Get that straight. It's not about your skin color. It's about the fact you crossed the border illegally. For those of you who have crossed the border illegally, it's simple as that.
Because there is no unity.
Now, the black and the brown community, we need to come together and we need to remember.
First of all, we done told you no. You don't even respect us enough to take no for an answer. We asked you to stop saying the N-word. You said no. And so come together and remember what exactly. Remember that y'all anti-black as racist as a lot of y'all. So we ain't got to come together and do a damn thing. We done said no. Respect our boundaries and leave us alone. Okay? We done said no. The answer is no. When y'all come here, y'all want to align with whiteness. You love whiteness. You glorify whiteness and demonize blackness. So you need to make videos and ask white Americans to join with you.
She is absolutely speaking some truth here, because again, a lot of them, and not all of them, I have many individuals that are Hispanic that I have met over the years that are definitely cool. I would definitely be friends with them, and I would definitely support them in whatever cause they have going on. But there are many who despise, dislike, and look at black people distastefully. And it's just simple as that. And some black people definitely need to be looked at distastefully. That stuff that's going on in the inner city hoods, that not even the hood, just the mindset that many blacks have taken on, the vulgarity, the vileness, the ratchetness, the indecency that many individuals have embraced as a badge of honor is definitely something that people can look and frown upon. But again, they have taken that group of individuals and they have extrapolated that out to include pretty much all blacks, some Hispanics, and they just are distasteful towards blacks and they dislike blacks. And this is a reality. So why should black people join and help you make that make sense? So again, some of this stuff that you're dealing with it because you have chose to look at black
maintaining
people
healthy muscle.
Allow this video to play through. I'm gonna get back into it. But you looked at blacks a certain way. You decided that this is what you wanted to be a part of.
Period.
I just feel like if you could come here and riot another country's government, another country's laws, tear down that country's cities all the time, all the while you're waving your flag, the flag of a country you're fleeing from, why not go back to that country and do the same thing to y'all government? Why not go and riot and burn down y'all cities to protest y'all own government for having to flee that country? Why come to a country that y'all fleeing from and burn it down because of our laws? When the same thing y'all doing here to our government, y'all can go and do it to y'all government for a better country, a country y'all wouldn't have to flee from.
Bro, you can. She made some powerful insights. Brief, clear, short. Nothing sophisticated about the fact that if you are riding in this country, waving your flag, the flag of your country, while you're not in your country riding and waving the flag and trying to change that government, because you know they will execute you. So you're burning the flag, you're talking about how evil America is, but at the same time, you refuse to stand up and fight for your rights in your own country, but you're waving the flag because you knew that they would execute you. You know what it is. So stop acting as if America is such a bad place. America has its flaws. Its history is definitely flawed with a lot of evil things that have taken place. Notwithstanding that, still today in 2025, America is has the best opportunity for any individual to come up. Is it flawed? Yes. But do you have the opportunity to make things happen, especially if you put in the dedication and the work to develop your mindset, to develop skill set, to develop tool sets, to develop something that is of value to others? You can come up. It doesn't matter what your race is. So let's get that straight, all right? Let this brother kick it.
Came here illegally, so you're getting sent back. Like, I'm not really understanding where I'm supposed to feel bad. Like, it's the law. Like, what? Am I missing something? Like, we also can't do that. We can't go to other countries illegally and just pop up and start working and all of that without things in order, without abiding by their laws. And to be honest, it's a much worse punishment if we end up doing that. I feel like America is being generous. Y'all are getting caught and then being sent by a plane or sent by a bus back home. That's pretty generous if you ask me.
I don't mean to laugh at it, but definitely, because it's a serious situation, and allow me to express this, that again, I have empathy for those who have come here, who come here to work, who come here to make a better life for themselves. However, if you came illegally, it is what it is. You're gonna have to be deported. And if you have to be deported, then come back and try to come legally. For those of you who are hard workers who are trying to make it happen, I get it. I understand the why. So don't get it twisted. I'm not one of these individuals who lack compassion. But again, you have to make choices. You have to make decisions for what is best for the country and what's best for your individual life. When you're talking about American citizens, especially blacks, you must understand that you are going to be replaced. You're at the bottom of every social category there is anyway. So you're going to go deeper into the bottom with all the illegals that are here. And if for some reason your black liberal politicians keep fighting for them and they are allowed to remain here, you're going to be the one that suffers the most. So again, I'm going to leave this video off with that. If you like the commentary, you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. And also remember, I have a fitness channel. It's called Monte's Fitness, Montes Fitness, where I share videos about working out, where I have actual workout videos that you can follow along with Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Tuesday and Thursdays, I dive deep into wellness, into nutrition, into fasting, into supplementation. We deal with insulin resistance. We deal with menopause. We deal with pretty much any disease that an individual is dealing with. We have some tips and some tools that should be able to help alleviate whatever it is that you're going through. Again, that's Monte's Fitness, Montes Fitness. All right. So have a beautiful day. Peace.